morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and what I got for you today is a review of a new FPV flyer, the Shengkai D97. Now, if you look at this quadcopter, it's pretty obvious that this is another clone of the Syma X5C. But this is a clone of the Syma X5C that includes Wi-Fi FPV. The thing about this particular transmitter is that it'll work with your smartphone, it'll work with your tablet. You can download the GX UFO app, I believe is the name of it, directly from Google Play. But the thing is that this particular camera does not include an SD card on it. Although it's advertised at 2 megapixel, the camera itself does not have an SD card, so you cannot record directly to the camera. Recording of the video will only be done, go away fly, you bother me. Recording can only be done on your phone, okay, on the in the storage of your phone. So if you want to record video, you're going to have to store it on your phone and download it from your phone to share it. Other than that, it appears to be your standard X5C clone, with another exception is its advertised range is 100 meters. Now, that might be a problem with the Wi-Fi turned on. We're going to find out today whether that is a problem, whether I can get 100 meters with this quadcopter. And additionally, the wind has been picking up quite a bit here today. We'll see how well this flies in the wind. And also, finally, if I got some time, I'd like to see how well this flies. We'll do some maneuverability tests on this quadcopter. So I hope you enjoy this flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Let's go into a flight of the Shengkai D97 Wi-Fi FPV flyer. Hope you enjoy this flight. Okay, this quadcopter uses the same battery as the X5C, so you're going to have no problems finding batteries for it. In fact, it's the same setup interior in the belly bay here. This is almost a pretty darn close duplicate of the X5C, using the same battery. I don't know about the propellers, though, whether the propellers are the same, but it has on-off switch, as you've seen there, and I'm turning it on. It also comes with, the transmitter comes with a neck guard, or I don't know what these are called, neck strap. I'm going to leave it off, though. It feels kind of awkward. But for those of you who find holding this transmitter a little bit too heavy, you do have the option of using the neck strap. The buttons on this transmitter, this is for changing the different rates from beginner to expert. It can do flips by pressing this button here. There is, in the instructions, it says this trim button, the throttle trim button, is for recording video and photos, but that is not for this Wi-Fi version. This is, I guess they were planning on putting out a different version with a recordable camera, 2 megapixel camera only. That would use this button, but this is inoperative regarding recording off of the quadcopter. Again, the app for this is, let me turn on my phone here, is called GX UFO. GX UFO. You can find that on Google Play. It's free. It starts up upside down, but that is important that it's upside down because the camera is upside down in regards to having this phone understand it. So, even though the app starts upside down, your actual view will be right side up. In effect, you have to turn the app or your phone upside down to see right side up on the quadcopter view. The buttons for recording video is this one right here. I am going to activate that before taking off. The other buttons, more or less, are not applicable to this particular aircraft. This GX UFO app is used by other aircraft as well, and those buttons come into play for that. But you can record photo and video by these 2 buttons, and that's the only 2 buttons that are applicable to this. Now, turning on the transmitter, binding it to the quadcopter, and turning on the recorder, recording video. And you notice a countdown indicating that video is being recorded. And let's go for a flight of the D97. I'm going to stay here in the shade today. And I'm going to fly upwind so we can see what type of range we can expect from this. And there's what I'm viewing on the screen. I don't know if it's coming through on my Mobius camera. Let's see if we can get 100-meter range. I can see the mountains in the distance. No, we don't get 100-meter range. We barely get 50-meter range. And that's an issue with Wi-Fi FPV flyers. This is operating, or the transmitter is operating on the same frequency as the controller. And because of that, this is true for just about all Wi-Fi FPV flyers. Because of that, you can expect reduced range of what the quadcopter can actually do without that transmitter. If you want to fly 100-meter range with this particular quadcopter, you're likely going to have to remove this camera. Now, this camera does have a swivelable lens. I forgot to mention that. I don't know if you can see me there or not in the video, but I'm going to swivel the camera upward so I can see this when we're flying forward with forward pitch. Okay, I'm also increasing the rate on the quadcopter because of the wind today. Going to intermediate, going to high to be able to fight this wind. And I'm going to take it up higher so that when I do lose control, when this does fly out of range, it should drop back toward me. Okay, I'm going to put it in hover right there and let the wind blow it back to me. Do a rotation. That's the wind pushing it, folks. Hello there. Now it does fly similar to the X5C. Going upwind again. Still recording. And there's its max range again. Again, this is true for all Wi-Fi FPV flyers. For those of you who are considering a Wi-Fi FPV flyer, you have to keep this in mind, that what I said, the Wi-Fi does interfere with the range on your transmitter. For the remainder of this flight, I'm going to stop the video recording right there too. If it was still recording, I'm not sure it was. There, let's put that down again. Can't see the numbers because of the ground, but we're going up into the air again. This time I'm going to go for a height. And I'm going to send it directly overhead. Usually you can get more range this way. And I'm going to rotate. And see, you can get a lot more range by staying overhead. There's this fly that's really bothering me today. It keeps flying in my nose. Okay, so that's about the max range you can get vertically. Now let's demonstrate flight capability of this quadcopter. I am going to bring it in close. And let's do some standard funnels. That's funneling of this quadcopter. It can funnel. Flies very similar to the X5C. Now keep in mind, if you do remove that camera, you can probably get 100-meter range with this quadcopter. But not so with it. Okay, I'm going to beginner, intermediate, expert, beginner. Now what I want to do now, I'm going to stay in beginner rate now. And I just want to show you the stability of this quadcopter in beginner rate. It's somewhat stable. You can one hand fly it in the wind. Give a little more throttle. Again, it's a windy day here today. Yeah, I think I'm still recording. Maneuverability, flyability of this quadcopter is very similar to the X5C. Intermediate now. Flight time is relatively good. Keep in mind that I'm not recording to the camera. You can't record to the camera. And because of that, recording actually does suck up a lot of juice out of a quadcopter's battery. So there is an advantage recording to the card of the phone or your Android device that you're using with this, or Apple device, either or, because you're not really using battery power to record with, but you are using battery power to transmit. But apparently that doesn't use up much power, because I'm getting relatively good flight time with this. Hello there. Okay, what about flips? And there's its flips. Let's set it upwind. We'll do some flips with this. Maybe downwind flips. Let's try to do a barrel roll. Let's see if it does a barrel roll. No. Yeah, well, there you go. Yes, it can do a barrel roll. I'm out of range there. Tried to fly back into range. Well, it loses contact with the transmitter. Maintains last, very similar to the X5C, last setting that it recognized before dropping. Try another barrel roll. Okay, no more power for flips, and the lights are flashing. So that's about the flight time there of the D97 FPV flyer, Wi-Fi FPV flyer. Let's land it. Okay, turning off the video, completing the recording. So all in all, what we've learned today, there I am, and it's still recording. I'll let it continue recording. What we've learned today is, and there's some dust on that from the impact to the ground, is that Wi-Fi FPV flyers, keep this in mind, Wi-Fi, all of these do this, do interfere with the reception or of the signal from your controller. If you use the Wi-Fi FPV flyer, do not expect great ranges. We're talking ranges out to about 60, 70 meters maximum, probably less than that when you're flying any Wi-Fi FPV flyer. It is a reasonable option for low-cost Wi-Fi or low-cost FPV flying, but don't expect to be able to go and do a tour of your neighborhood with it. It's probably just a tour of your backyard you'll be able to do with a Wi-Fi FPV flyer. But it is your cheapest option if you want to fly FPV. So this is Quadcopter 101 with a flight test review of the Shengkai D97. Hope you enjoyed this flight. Let me get a thumbnail of the airfield. Quadcopter 101, signing out.